to go to San Francisco and pursue environmental justice. So 12 of us jumped on the bus, Golden Gate Transit, and we headed down south to San Francisco for a nice weekend in the city. The first night we were there, we stayed in a hostel, and the hostel was amazing. It was this like downtown, like 5-story deal. We watched like all sorts of crazy stuff happen outside. A weird place. And the first time we actually watched Food Inc., which is a documentary on how our food has become industrialized, our whole food system. And so it opened a lot of people's minds. And while we were there, we actually used all local produce. And we cooked together. And here's a bunch of us being chefs with their hats. There's no chef or MTs. I don't know if anyone watches Hell's Kitchen, but it wasn't that intense. I'd like it to be, but it wasn't. The next day we went to this place off of Haight, and it's a community garden. We worked with Community Grows, and it's just this amazing park that they basically renovated it. Before it was a sterile park, and there's prostitution, there's drugs, and all sorts of terrible things happening there. And the community got together and really fundraised, and it takes a lot of money, believe it or not, to make things happen. And as far as clearing out things like that. So the community came together and we put this park together, and part of it is like this just beautiful playground for kids, and the rest of it is this hill and this path that meanders down it, and there's fruits and vegetables like all along the side. So then there's all children working on it. So there's a local school nearby, and I think over 300 kids work on it weekly. And this one teacher takes them down and lets the little kids work on it, and they're so smart. They know everything about it. They know about composting. They know how to work all these like crazy valves to like irrigate the place, and they're on top of their stuff, and they're all sweeties. And I put down here ownership and stability, and a lot of these kids don't have anything in their life that they can really like watch, like take possession of and watch. And for this, like the garden is that outlet for them. So it was really nice. So that was the first day. We actually ended up going to the Green Festival, and this is the guy in the suit is Gavin Newsom, and the bubble says, "I'm Gavin Newsom. I'm really good looking." I see him walking around, and it was seriously like a movie. Like there's just like all these ladies just surrounding him with like flashes going off and him signing autographs. And I overheard these two girls just like, "No!" It was hilarious. This is what looks like a pile of like Pepto-Bismol. It's this really good acai. Was like a parfait kind of thing, and it was just delicious. I had to mention that. And there's over 150 grievances there. So then we went to bed that night after eating some more food and being chefs again, and we ended up coming back. We ended up taking a bus, a 40-minute bus ride. We took public transportation the whole time there to the Presidio. And the Presidio to the World War II Memorial, and it's this habitat that they've completely kept humans from touching. So we did habitat restoration there, and we removed these things called bottles, and it's basically to keep erosion from occurring and put nutrients in the soil. And so they decided to use plastic netting for these things. So these tubes, these like plastic mesh tubes with dirt and nutrients in it. They decided to use plastic, so it doesn't biodegrade. I'm no scientist, but anyway, we had to go through and cut them all open and shake them all out, and the other half of the team was removing non-native species, and that was beautiful because we were right on the water, just like overlooking the ocean. It was amazing. And then we concluded the trip with a walk along the Custer Trail. As you can see the beautiful pink Golden Gate Bridge, and the sun was setting. It was very romantic. And I have here just local produce and translate cards, because those were a blessing and a curse. Because we would it's these cards that you use to go on any sort of public transportation in the Bay Area, just like scan it, and it does the work for you, you just have to put money on it. But we were like double scanning and like triple scanning by accident, and we had to like put more money than so. There you go. Environment